This is the thing that we maybe don't get, but this is the most important thing to get. And you can't get this intellectually. It's not an intellectual thing that we're trying to get here. We're trying to get back home to what we are, what we've always been. And get back to what is, what the reality is. See, what that reality is, it's so beautiful. Because we say, beyond the finest of the finest, beyond the subtlest of the subtlest, there is this absolute pure field of pristine purity. It's your being, it is the crystal clearness of pure absolute being. And this is the nature of yourself. It's what you are. It's the reality of your being. It's the reality of yourself. It is so beautiful, so subtle, so unbelievably pure, and just absolute crystal-like purity. It is so beautiful. No words can describe what that is. That your own light of pure consciousness, it's pure light of your eternal flow of being. It's your eternal light. It's eternal light of that, you know, we say, unmanifest, eternal, pure consciousness that is what you are. It's the reality of what you are. And you see, the thing is that we don't get is that it's not somewhere way down in there, in deep inside there. No, you see, it is the reality out of which everything is made, gross and subtle, gross and subtle. So right on the grossest level of the gross is that subtler than the subtlest field. It's the material out of which all the grossness appears to be there. You know, it's not really what it is. It's not a gross world out here. This is the thing. It's just an appearance. It's just an appearance. And the reason it appears gross simply because it's the consciousness itself doesn't know the full value of itself. It doesn't know itself fully. So it appears gross from a narrow perspective of consciousness only. But it's not the reality, because see, when consciousness knows itself fully, and this means when it knows itself fully, what we mean is not just the being the absolute field underlying everything everywhere, but also being the field of that permeates and pervades everything and is everything. It really makes up everything right on the surface of everything. It is that subtle pristine purity out of which everything is made. And so you see that subtleness is everywhere. That absolute fineness, finer than the finest fineness, is what all of this whole gross world is made of. And you see, the thing is, to become that fully, not just underlying, but to become it, so that it is pervading and permeating everything, everywhere. Because that's the reality of it. It permeates, pervades everything. It's all that there is. It's all that we can see. all of the gross world is really made from this most subtle field of your own awakeness, your own clearness. It's your own pure clearness that makes up the whole appearance of the world here. And you see, this is the reality that just is what it is. It's not something that is a misperception or a lack of clear perception. It is pure perceiving itself, pure experiencing, pure knowing, pure being. It is absolute pure consciousness, and that's the reality that you are. And you see, contained in that field of just absolute purity that pervades everything, that is everything, it comes right up on the surface of everything, everywhere. That light of consciousness, it's all that is, it's all that, it's what you are, it's what you are. And so, you see, when it experiences itself so deeply, so deeply, that all of the life, the creative life, we can say that the light dancing, the dancing light of your own awake being, when it gets to that point where it is able to appreciate, of course, appreciate itself everywhere, as everything, everywhere. And in that deeper appreciation, having the ability to see the creative intelligence of its own liveliness at work, its own liveliness at work, appearing in the form of all of this world and universe here. There's such an incredible artistry in that. Incredible artistry, because what it is not like a mind that creates something out of something, paints something, sculpts something, does this, does that. It's like this. It's everywhere within itself is that liveliness of creative intelligence, that moving, flowing within itself. It actually gives the appearance, in the flow of itself, gives the appearance of what we see here as a world and as a universe. And what it tries to do is tries to duplicate the divine qualities of itself in the appearance of a world. And of course, it can't do justice to that, because it is just absolute divine, pristine divineness itself. So the image that gets created is an image, it's just an image of that divine reality. But being that divine reality is so supreme, so divine, so unbelievable, so unimaginable, to actually be that divine reality of that creative impulses that are alive everywhere, all around us in the environment, creating this environment, creating this, creating that. It's this divine intelligence that we are, and it's just everywhere, everywhere. So that it's that crystal pure divineness that sparkles and creates itself, appearing as all of this, not doing justice to itself until it sees itself for what it is in reality. So it doesn't matter how divine of a scene that we can imagine. That faculty which creates the imagination itself has to know itself at the finest level of itself, beyond all imagination, in order to appreciate the images that are created all around us here. And so we can't get caught in the images anymore. You cannot get caught in the objects of experience anymore, which has been the mistake in the past. We've gotten completely caught up in the objects of experience, and as a result we haven't seen ourselves. I mean, the self is so beautiful, so divine, so majestic, so exquisite, that how we could have missed that, how we could have gone, so whatever years we've gone in this appearance of a body, I don't know how we could not have seen that. And all the beauty that we do see and that we do appreciate, even on those days when we're so fully clear and awake, all of that pales in comparison to the sublime reality of what is, just the reality of what is. You know, I mean, the whole environment is so full of richness and exquisiteness that it's as if the Lakshmi was showering wealth upon us at every moment, upon everything, everywhere, through all perceptions. Even the faculty of perception itself is just dripping with wealth and with prosperity and richness, at that when it really sees the crystal clear purity of its self, when self really sees itself. This is the thing here, see? This is the thing, is we become that because this is what we are, this is our nature. Only then can life be really fully enjoyed, because we are life and we are joy. And when joy experiences life and life experiences joy, it's the same thing. It's bliss. It's just bliss. It's your reality. It's your nature that you're seeing. And in the seeing of it is what is the bliss. It's where bliss is in the seeing of yourself everywhere within yourself, at all times and all places, all situations, life experiencing itself everywhere within itself is what you are. It's what you are. And so what we do is we just enjoy that. We just enjoy being. We just enjoy being.